Hi, welcome to the Traveling Rats. We are three couples who are time-sharing a 2005 Tioga 25-foot Class C, and we've done a couple mods we want to share with you. When we bought the vehicle, it had two wooden storage boxes mounted on the bumper, and we loved them except that they were water damaged, and they got worse and worse until the bottom of it basically rotted out and nothing was holding it together except the carpet that was across the bottom of it. So we wanted to replace them. The first thing we wanted to do is add a third box so we had more storage, which meant finding a new hitch for our spare tire to be mounted to. And we did find one. It's this dual hitch, cost about $30, and our tire fit very nicely on top of it, and we knew we could put the third box behind it to give it stability. So we decided that would be a good go, so we took the two boxes off of the bumper, these damaged boxes, and we also noticed that we had a lot of rust on our wheel mount, so we took that off and knew we needed to get the rest off if we were going to reuse it, and we did want to reuse it. So this is Daryl, and he ground down all the rust on it so we could repaint it, and we will mount that to the front of the third box and then mount the wheel to that. This is the wood we used. It is 3/4 inch pressure treated marine plywood, and we used that to make these boxes, which were glued, stapled, and also bracketed on the inside. They are sturdy as can be. There they are, you can see them in the raw, and that's Russ in the picture there, and we were getting ready to see if they would fit nicely on the bumper. So this bumper was so hard to drill through to make holes for L brackets because we wanted longer, deeper boxes that it took a couple of hulks to get that drill through. That was Daryl and Russ. This is Lance and Russ, and they are now installing the L brackets on the bumper, and there we have it. L brackets on the bumper. We are going to bolt all three of the boxes to the L brackets and also down through the bumper, so they are going to be just snug as can be on this vehicle. And you can see that we got it all cleaned up and ready to go. Then we took and put a primer coat on the boxes and stuck the boxes on the bumper to see if they would fit, and they do. That meant that Deanne, Chrissy, and Devon got to work painting them. We painted them a beige, which goes along with the same color as the vehicle. Oh, there's a turkey who came by to see if we were doing a good job. They just run wild through the neighborhood, so we had a turkey show up. Once we had painted the boxes the same color as the RV so that it wouldn't really stand out, we don't want them to look fancy, we want them to look like they've always been there. We were able to fit them, get the tire in front of that third box, and get it mounted onto its mounting bracket. The top box, because it is so tall, that third box, we put a front hinge on it so that we can get into the things inside easier. Are they strong? Yes, they are strong. The bottom boxes are plenty strong enough to hold a whole person, and so is the top box. It also holds a whole person, so they are sturdy as can be. Because we have that dual hitch, it gives us the ability to also put a basket out of the stinger there so that we could carry even more things like water, or if we wanted to, I don't know what else we would carry, but we have lots of storage room on the outside is what I'm saying. So here's our Tioga. I'm going to take you through a little video of it to show you how it works when you get your hands on it. This is the box on the passenger side. We just keep the tops on with a bungee cord, and inside you can see it is plenty enough room for our stabilizers and levelers, and there's our stabilizers, and I think we have, I don't know, a big garbage can in there and some wood blocks and just other things. And then we also empty it out sometimes, rearrange things, and put our firewood in there, which has been really fantastic for camping. Again, we just take that bungee cord, goes right over the top of that lid and hitches right down there to the bumper, and it stays really sturdy. Here's our third box. It has that top lid. There's that hinge front. 6 camp chairs fit in there just fine, and we could take the camp chairs out and put something else in there if we wanted. It's an outdoor closet, and it is fantastic to have tall storage. The bungee is just hooked to some screws. We figured that was easy. If you did something like this, you could do it fancier, but screws worked for the bungees. Over here on this side, it's a little messy. Excuse the mess, people. But we've got fuel in there, our hoses in there, I think that's a hatchet or a shovel, our fix-a-flat. We've got funnels, we've got ropes, we have oil, we have everything, and the kitchen sink. Oh, and some gloves. for working with all of these sorts of things. So this is all kept outside the vehicle, so we never smell it. It's just so tidy outside. And we've put on the silicone seal. This is what you would use for weather stripping around a door or a window. It's peel and stick, and it's beautiful. It really keeps the weather out. This has been through rain, this has been through snow, this has been through windstorms, and those boxes stay dry. Okay, the next thing we're going to show you here is the actual hitch underneath. I'll see if I can get the camera under there. That's the dual hitch. Again, about $30. We had to put an extension rod, however, to make it go out far enough for the tire to fit between it and the box behind it. So let's just get a look at that. There you go. See how that's in there. Wasn't the most difficult part of the project. And then the tire is very sturdy attached there and easy. If we need to use it for a spare, we've got access to it. Okay, this next little thing I'm going to show you is our sewer hose for our, the black water tank. We didn't want to keep it in the boxes, and it did have a spot in the rig where it originally went, but that was too narrow. So we cut out that plastic there for where the original plastic was for the narrow tubes, and we installed the vent pipe for furnaces underneath in kind of a curve, and we used plumber strips to hold that to the bottom of the rig. I'm under the rig filming this. And now our stinky slinky just shoves up in there, and it goes into that curve very easily. It airs out as we drive. We never smell it. It is fan-freaking-tastic to carry it under the vehicle like that. And I love it. It just keeps it out of the way. And then when we do need it, it's very easy to just, grab it out, just open the little slot for it, pull it out, and it's ready to go. And then you can just push it back in there and it rolls into that space. Thanks for coming by and seeing our mods. I hope you have great roads ahead.